Hi there. After several attempts, we're trying again today to get a tour of the hotel. That's a walking tour. It's not a guided tour. I've been trying, but things keep interrupting. Too many people, places we have to be, sleeping late, confused about the time, body hasn't adjusted to the time difference yet. But we're trying for it today. We've got a day where mostly we're not committed to any schedule, not until this evening anyway. So come along and let's see how it goes.
And then there's the tennis courts. And there was a little place over here on the left that was open pretty late. So I don't know if it was some sort of bar, but it was all lit up pretty late last night.
Okay. Not really a bar.
You're right.
Because we're in Gujarat.
Yeah, so I don't know what that, I mean, it was pretty late. It was still, and it had the neon stuff going on. So I guess when I saw the neon, I just thought bar.
So I'm in Tim's room looking out his window. He has a better view than I do. Well, he certainly has a different view to me. As you see, you can see just the edge of the pool. I did not bring a swimsuit, had no intention of swimming here. It's winter. It's, in my mind, that's too cold. This little building down here, oops, let me see if I can scroll in a tad, with this winding staircase. That's apparently an apartment building. That's pretty interesting. They enter from the outside. They'll go up the steps. These seem like some pretty big houses over here, although one I'm looking at seems rather in disrepair. You see there are some solar panels. There are all sorts of what appear to be apartment buildings over here. And you could see from my window, it looked like a lot more things in disrepair. But Priyank was telling us as we were in the car yesterday, some of these places have been home to multiple generations. So the homes have stood there for 200-300 years or more. And so they really don't want to give them up to make room for building new places. So they just get old, and I guess they don't keep up with the maintenance as much as they could. And I can appreciate that. I don't like keeping up with the maintenance on my house. But I thought this is a nice little patch down here. There are some trees. There's just a smidgen of green grass. There are trees around. We certainly can see some trees. But other than that, don't appear to be many green areas. Oh, at least we haven't really passed any parks that we noticed in the car. So we're on the 6th floor and I'm standing next to the elevator. These walls are very, very thin, and so I didn't want to record outside of a door in case I'm disturbing someone. But my room is down that way. And then Tim's room is down this way. So here's the executive lounge. It's available to use. I don't know if there's a fee for it. So I have to show you this though. This is my carpet. And if it's not making you dizzy, it kind of makes me dizzy every time I walk out the room and look down, so I try not to look down. But we're going to sneak into the executive suite. So they do have a little buffet here in the afternoons, which we could come in here and eat. We'd be limited for choices, but it's available, and I think we pay separately for that. But they have nice little tables all set up. These chairs are probably a little more comfortable than they are down in the restaurant. And it's obviously just down the hall from my room, and so we have the same view here with the crazy traffic down on the corner, the construction or destruction or whatever's going on. It's overcast again today. We're thinking Well, Google, when I asked Google about the weather forecast, it said it was mist. We're actually wondering if it may be smog. Although, I don't feel as dirty as I do if I'm walking in London, so maybe it really is mist. We're going to take the elevator, head downstairs, and see what we can see. So this man is playing classical sitar music. He is hired by the hotel. We heard him the first morning we came in yesterday. It was too late when I came down for breakfast, so I was so excited that he was here again today. Flowers in the lobby are just beautiful every day. The lilies, you can smell them, they fragrance the area. It's just lovely. I'm outside the hotel. I'm trying not to get run over. But there's a little roadway here where we came in. I think this is how we came in. Oh yeah, there's a guard down there. You see that little orange patch? There's a guard in front of there that we had to come in. They did check the trunk of our vehicle as we came up. Apparently, I don't know. I did ask if that was since the terrorism, but I was told no, but perhaps they just didn't understand what I was asking. But then this end of the hotel, they've got an electric vehicle charging station. Outside here, oh look at this design on the drive. It's just pretty with all its cobbles. But outside here is the bus station, and this half of this really busy road that we can see from my room. Excuse me. Parking is just at a premium. So many people, so many vehicles. It's kind of like being in England. Yeah, maybe that's where they got it from. There's a nice waterfall here. Some nice greenery. And this is the entrance to the hotel. But even here, they have a checkpoint to go through where they check out like a metal detector. So they've been good to us. We've not had to do that. There's the entrance, the outside entrance to a cafe, but you can get to that from inside also. But we're just right outside the hotel. We think maybe this is the lower ground floor. Obviously, we're stuck here. There is no way for us to get down there from where we are, but sure would like to walk around because it looks really pretty. And you can probably hear all the traffic noise because truly we are right next to the main road. Yeah, we're out here, but we're having to watch our step. Obviously we're going to have to step in the road, so we may get honked at before we're done. Well, those are recyclable, but yeah, we're finding trash and recycle cans somewhat challenging. This is the road that Tim is seeing from his room, so obviously a much quieter road. I'm guessing the G in the top is for Gujarat. I have no idea.
So we're walking down the street. This. I'm hoping it's a puppy. Something a family pet. And not a person there. One thing I have noticed, there are no trash cans. So no wonder there's so much trash all over the place.
So interestingly, Tim was just recording his video, and because of our difference in upbringing, that little marker that I showed you, he's thinking is a gravestone. I'm thinking is a mile marker of some kind. So we're on two totally different pages. But here's a little walkthrough, I think, that we were looking at. Oh. Fancy balconies. And here's an interesting sign. So, no single people? Or maybe just no single men? Huh. Maybe it's all for families. But look at this fancy gate. They've got a peacock on their pillar on one side and a plant on the other. Pigeons. They have pigeons around. Here's some more balconies. These are completely different from the one across the road, but obviously match each other. Oh, there's a Samsung store across there, right next to the Amul store. Amul is a brand. I think I mentioned that somewhere along the way, but I think it's a dairy, because we get butter, Amul butter, and milk and cheese.
They are.
So this seems like an apartment block.
Playing outside. Oh, that's cricket.
And there's a little,
They are playing cricket.
there's a little green area here. And these guys are out playing cricket, which is like the national sport here. Whoops, that ball went. They've got somebody to go retrieve it though. Soccer apparently is also popular, but cricket is the #1 sport. This looks like it may be a dead end. We were going to try and make it to the Samsung store. But I'm thinking this may not go anywhere. We may have to just turn around and go back. But it's nice. They have a few little flowers. But they don't seem to have much in the way of green areas here, and perhaps because it's so crowded. I think we were told there are 700,000 people in this city. More balconies here, and we'll just do things a little differently. That one's all the way closed in and used for a clothesline. Some are open. Dogs. There are dogs everywhere. So cute. And I just want to stop and pet them, but we've been advised not to, so we won't. Here's an interesting sign. Obviously I can't read it, but something about dogs, water, and cows. We know we can't do anything with cows, and we know there are lots of pigeons around. Tim asked if we could come and watch. Neither of us understands cricket, but you would think, having grown up in England, that I would, but girls didn't play cricket, the boys played cricket. And it looks more like they're playing with a tennis ball. Oh, passing this wall that I hadn't seen on the, as we were heading the other way. I guess I was looking in the other direction. Let's see the fancy gates here and all the decorations. This is a really quiet side street, so I'm standing in the middle of the road. But what we thought we were seeing tennis courts from Tim's room. He says they're actually pickleball courts. Or maybe it's multi-use. Yeah, because I see lines every which way. We've been quite brave and ventured out today, but I had to put the phone away because there's so much traffic and everybody's honking. But as Tim said yesterday, like we've adjusted to it already. It no longer feels like everybody's angry with you. It's just them, it's their way of life. There's supposed to be a market down here. We're on the same side as the hotel. This is the entrance to our hotel. So I thought if we can walk on what appears to be the sidewalk, if we can walk on the sidewalk, such as it is, a little haphazard. I think you have to look down all the time, but at least we're a little safer from the vehicles here. There's supposed to be a market down here. So this is the exit to our hotel and the bus station across the road. This little auto rickshaw has stopped, and I think he's wondering if we want to ride somewhere. We had one stop for us a little earlier, and we had to wave him on. So I don't know if people don't generally walk. I have to get down on the road and then get back up. There's another puppy dog.
You have the money, you can go there wherever you want. All right.
Our PR flyer suggested that we might love to check out the alleyways. I don't know so much about that, but this one is right behind the hotel. I'm thinking that it comes out where we passed when we were walking.
Very well spoken, very clear. But then he started asking questions about his immigration status.
But this is where we walked by.
So this
it's
is
not
the,
going anywhere.
employee side.
We've walked down to the lower ground floor. No, we didn't. We rode the elevator, the lift. And this is the meeting room area and the ballroom. So I'm going to sneak in here and hope that you can see because all the lights are off. This conference room, big screen. It's picking up the open door over there. Let me see if I can move a little. So it'll just pick up all these seats. And so I'm about halfway down the room. So I'm going to turn around and face the other direction. And from here, you can see that they have tables set up and some spare chairs. So they're able to accommodate any functions that are here. And I'm just going to walk forward out of this door and see what's out here. Oh, this is the area that I can see from the dining room. So the dining room must be directly above us. There's a nice little green patch out here. I'm not sure if they really want us to go outside. Look at this fun shelf with all the spices and stuff. They're working down here. I'm sure you can hear the crashing. I'm just going to walk around inside. We'll see if Tim feels brave enough to go outside. If he does, I'll go with him. They're just setting up tables at this end, and that's why it's all crashing. Oh, yeah, he's going to be brave, so I'm following him. He can get into trouble. My job is to stop him getting arrested. I can hear all the traffic noise up above. Oh, And that is where we leaned over when we were coming out earlier. That little bit of wall there, that's where we stood and realized that this was not available from that aspect. Look at this tree. That's amazing. So the branches are growing almost horizontally. That's really funny. I like it. Oh, and that looks like the area that we walked past when we were out on the street. This is fun. I'm putting it all together. So here's another pool with no water in. Maybe they only put water in during rainy season or something. I don't know. But it is really pretty out here. Noisy, but pretty. Yeah, so they have another guard at this gate. You saw the guard at the other gate where we came in. There's another guard over here. And we walked past that this morning when we were out. But finally, I'm able to put all this together in my mind. We're leaving tomorrow, you understand, just in time. So we've come up a couple of floors. This is FF. Oh, and there is shopping. Shopping. That's my favorite thing to do. Shruti Tsushima, that sounds like a restaurant, but it's just empty. Okay. We're not allowed to take or hold any drugs. So much for the shopping. What is with these people? Do they not know I love a gift shop? So Tim determined this is the bar here. And it's 4 o'clock, so it's closed. So when we were talking about the bar, I didn't mention that Gujarat is a dry state. You can't buy liquor here. And you have to have a permit to go into a bar. For foreigners like us, we could go in with our passport. Tim was thinking that he might try and get a permit just for the fun of it, so that he'd have a souvenir. It's relatively inexpensive to buy it. But that's where it is. We can't see it right now, but out here is the Bay Leaf restaurant. We have not been to that one. Usually we go to the Momo Cafe because that's included. And here it is, down here. This one is a little nicer. It has, oh look, nice table runners and cushions. Open from 6:30 to 11:30, which is probably why we've never been here, because we've been out in the evenings. Apparently they have music here too. But see how nicely the tables are set up? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. They already have their napkins all set up on there, and we have napkins downstairs, and we have silverware, but we don't have napkins folded into fancy shapes. It's a little difficult here because of the light. Okay, there we go. Now you can see a little better. I think that's about all there is to see. We were hoping for shopping. And the washroom. We'll pass on that one. So those white lines you see at the top are a reflection from the slats on the windows opposite. I wanted to show you this decoration, and this is about the only direction that we can see it. These are actually glass. Fortunately, probably most people don't touch them, so... Whoops, somebody dropped something. So they don't have fingerprints all over them, just mine. They'll easily be able to tell who did this. Below the slats, still more flowers. They've got flowers everywhere and it's lovely. And these smooth rocks, they look like charcoal, but they're not rough like charcoal. They're just smooth and heavy and feel just like rocks. What do you know? Okay, trying to figure out what all these buttons mean. I accidentally hit the one to SF. So we were on FF before with promises of a jewelry shop. It wasn't there. How disappointed am I? We went earlier to the spa and looked at that floor. This is where we want to get off. Sorry. So that was SF. And now we're on SP. SP is the swimming pool. That one we've gotten. There's a nice ornamentation here, but it looks big and heavy. I have no idea what it would be for. I think it's just decoration. But here is the pool. So from here, we should be able to see Tim's room, because we can see the pool from his room. And I don't know if you can see, but there's a net over here. And when we were out on our walk, we figured out these nets are against the pigeons, because there are loads of pigeons here. It looks like it has a little hot tub. And the sign makes it look like it's still under construction. There's some life buoys in case. Oh yeah, I think we saw from his room this little building that's apparently 3 apartments, one on top of the other. And one of Lisa's, the parents of one of Lisa's, 2 of Lisa's former students had told us once before that in India, often the children will, I guess the male children will go and live with the parents and they'll just build on top. So I'm guessing from that what has happened is parents owned the ground floor, their kids had the next floor, their kids had the top floor, and they just use the part at the top, the terrace, just for laying out. This looks a little rundown, but the one I'm looking at looks a little rundown, but the one next door looks pretty big. These do look like some big houses. Got solar panels on top. There's an investment to that, although apparently it's not that expensive here. But then of course it takes care of most of the electricity for them. And it is nice to see the tops of trees. And they have a couple of towels out here if we need towels. Thanks for joining us today. We met some people for dinner, so I didn't really feel like I could take anyone along, but it was good. We enjoyed the food. We found a place that had food that wasn't too spicy, so that was a good thing. Tonight I need to get packed. Tomorrow we're heading to a new city, so I hope you'll come along with us there. We always appreciate it if you don't mind to give us a thumbs up and subscribe below. We'll see you next time. Bye.